videos is not a science. Well, I mean, nowadays they are made from nothing but ones and zeros on a computer screen, so it is a little sciencey. But to me, it's an art. Art that you create out of thin air with a little bit of an imagination, experimentation, and a lot of hard work. There are rules and guidelines that you should follow, but sometimes rules are meant to be broken. Now, I'm not encouraging you to start ignoring basic rules of filmmaking. You can do it someone else's way, or you can do it your own way. Besides, if you take my advice, aren't you just learning how to become more like me? In the end, it's all about finding what works for you and evolving your personal style. But anyway, let's talk some shop, shall we? I've been asked this question, well, more times than I can count. The answer is always, it doesn't matter. Use whatever you have. If your teacher asks you to handwrite a story, you don't ask what type of pencil and paper to use. You just start writing your story. Film should be no different. Choose a camera that feels right to you and use the heck out of it. Eventually, you'll learn how to use it really well, and then you'll become aware of all of its limitations. Buy a better camera and repeat. Camera support, aka everything else but the camera. If it's not handheld, what's supporting your camera? A tripod, dolly, slider, jib, gimbal? Can't afford to buy any of these things? Then do it yourself. When I was starting out, I was building dollies, jibs, and stabilizers in my school workshop. Yeah, but how? Just Google it, my dude. If a piece of equipment exists, someone has figured out how to make it with PVC pipes and hot glue. Light. Light is everything. We use it when it's naturally available, and we create it when it's unavailable. We shine it, reflect it, bounce it, diffuse it, add it, and remove it to give our two-dimensional videos a three-dimensional look. If you're filming outdoors in the daytime, the best light will always occur at golden hour. The light from the sun is redder, softer, and prettier. In the middle of the day, sunlight is harsh and harder to work with. Plan your shoot around the sun and avoid fighting the light. Use the Sunseeker app so you know exactly where the sun will be throughout the day. When we film in the forest, we typically hope for overcast weather rather than sun. Sunlight coming through the trees creates uneven, splotchy light which becomes a nightmare for exposing. But when the weather is overcast, the clouds diffuse the sunlight and remove light splotches, allowing for even exposure. Whether the light comes from the sun or an artificial source, learn how to use it to your advantage. A helpful tip I learned is to keep shadows on camera side. When you front light something, you lose all of its good detail, shadows, and shapes. It's not very flattering. Watch TV shows and movies with this in mind and you'll find that the shadows on a subject are most often on the side closest to the camera. Take time to compose your shots and train your eye. Pay attention to details and ask yourself questions when you're setting up a frame. Where's the subject? What's in the background and foreground? Are there any leading lines to draw the viewer's eye? Is there any symmetry I can play with? Anything I can frame with? Do I need negative space for text? Use all of these elements to create an interesting image that has depth. And don't forget headroom. No one likes having their head chopped off. There's nothing wrong with a still shot, but a little movement is an easy way to add production value. Experiment with tilts, pans, slides, cranes, jibs, glides, or flies with the camera and discover what it adds to your shots. Use movement to help tell your story. Add some energy by getting close to the action. Add speed with a pan or a gimbal movement. Add tension with a slow push in. Or show perspective with a drone shot. Get creative. Challenge yourself to move your camera in new ways. Music is important. Don't let a poor music choice ruin your message. Consider what mood and energy your song choice brings to your video. And if you want to change the mood, all you gotta do is... Finding a single song that captures your entire story can be tough, so give yourself options. Nowadays, there's plenty of sources for good music. One of my favorites is MusicBed. Their music is great, and the subscription model is affordable for YouTube creators. Use our link below for a free 30-day trial. Pacing. It's one of those things that can make or break a video. I know I said light is everything, but timing is also kinda everything too. You're fighting for people's attention. You want people to become immersed in your video. The moment the viewer gets bored or distracted, it's hard to win them back. Be thoughtful and intentional with your edits. If a scene is dragging on or feels too long, trim the fat and cut the crap. If a scene deserves more time, practice patience and let it run. Story is, well, everything. What's your video about? What's the mood? What message do you want to put out into the world? What will make your video impactful and memorable? What is the point? I'm not saying every video needs a plot with a hero, villain, and 17 acts, but it should feel like it has a cohesive beginning, a middle, and an end. The only way to become a better filmmaker and storyteller is to do it. Pick up your camera and never stop learning. Storytelling is a muscle that you must exercise. So, you better start hitting the gym, brah. This video is brought to you by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes covering dozens of creative and entrepreneurial skills. Explore classes into everything from photography and creative writing to marketing, productivity, and more. Premium membership gives you unlimited access to high-quality classes from experts working in their fields to help you gain new skills and live your best life, baby. And it's affordable. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month. Use it as your online film school. Learn the basics of cameras, cinematography, and video editing. Learn the secrets behind capturing sharp images and telling great stories. And to start you off in the right direction, Skillshare is offering 2 months free trial to the first 500 people to sign up in the link below. If you enjoyed our video, hit subscribe, tap the bell, smash the like, and mahalo, my dude.